September is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, and today we're going to tell you about a special event going on in Washington, D.C. It's called Cure Fest, and its mission is to raise awareness for the fact that pediatric cancer research needs to be more of a national priority. In fact, less than 5% of government funding for cancer goes to children. That's what we were talking about today with three people fighting for the cause. Emily Belcher, a Cure Fest organizer and a mother of a brave and adorable 7-year-old who's battling brain cancer, her daughter, Carolyn Belcher. And also joining them today is Catherine Blades, who's the Senior Vice President of Corporate Communications for Aflac, an organization that has to date given more than $108 million to support pediatric cancer research at the Aflac Cancer Center in Atlanta, Georgia, and across the nation as well, even in Japan. Thank you all for being here. I'm so excited to talk with all three of you. And Emily, I want to start with you first. Tell us, I know you have set some specific goals for this Cure Fest, and talk about your involvement and why this is so important to you.
Well, it's important to me because obviously with Caroline being diagnosed with brain cancer when she was 3, we needed to know that there were good treatment options for her. But as a Cure Fest organizer and as a volunteer with the event, I find it to be amazing that we are able to bring so many people together to the National Mall to speak together about childhood cancer. It's our goal and our mission to make childhood cancer funding and research a national priority. As we come together on the National Mall this weekend, there'll be thousands of people, and we look forward to starting a national movement. Our hope is that with one voice, we can all join together and let people know that these kids deserve more. They deserve more than 4% of the federal funding that goes to childhood cancer, and they deserve a better long-term lifestyle.
Wow, only 4%. I mean, they absolutely deserve better. And I want to take this time to ask Carolyn, how are you doing today, Carolyn? How you feeling?
I'm doing great.
You're doing great. Well, you are just as cute as can be. Are you looking forward to the Cure Fest?
Yes.
Oh, good for you. Good for you. And I actually want to go ahead and move on to Catherine a little bit. Catherine, you know, where are the results of this, of what you're trying to find a cure? I mean, are we getting close? Are you seeing the progress?
The numbers are very encouraging, and we are seeing progress, but we still have a long way to go. That's why we applaud organizations like Cure Fest. This is a national problem that requires a national dialogue and people coming together to solve it, because it's hard, but it's important. It's important for families like the Belchers and for children like Caroline.
And, you know, Emily, I feel like I'm jumping back and forth, so I apologize there. But, Emily, I want to ask you, what kind of support have you noticed your daughter receiving?
We've received a tremendous amount of support. In the beginning, obviously, friends and family were rallying around us. Perfect strangers came and made dinner for our family, and they were there for Caroline. But now, as time has gone on and we've learned more about this movement, what really strikes me is companies like Aflac, who have taken on this charity and this movement, and they've realized how important it is to support these kids. Aflac has provided over $108 million in funding for childhood cancer research, and that has made it possible for children to have better outcomes and for their survivor rates to increase.
You know, I've become educated just by talking with the three of you. And so, Catherine, why is it so important for the public to be aware of this situation, that Aflac really saw a need to do this?
Well, because everyone can help. For example, anyone who goes online and goes into social media using the hashtag #DuckPrints, every time someone does that, Aflac will donate $2 to pediatric cancer treatment and research on their behalf. So everyone can be a part of the conversation. Even if you can't make it to Washington for Cure Fest this weekend, you can still have a voice and you can still help.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you for what you all three are doing. And of course, Caroline, we wish you the best. We really appreciate your time today.